we just walked into this area, and we're in the midst of, I don't know, a handful of sequoias. When you come into Sequoia National Park, you know that these trees are huge. But until you walk up to these things and look up, I mean, it is breathtaking. Like, I'm emotional right now. Good grief.
All right, so we have been on the road for the whole month of March, and that means a lot of small towns, no fast food, not a lot of places to even get fast food. And the only thing everyone was emotional about was missing Shamrock Shakes. And on probably our very last truck stop that we'll hit for 3 weeks, because there aren't anywhere we're headed, the Loves just happened to be located with a McDonald's, and I kind of felt like the universe was saying we needed Shamrock Shakes. Joe is eating his lunch first.
Yeah, eat my sandwich first. Like
the rest of us have completely abandoned the idea of lunch in exchange for milkshakes. We'll eat lunch later. But thank you, Loves in the middle of nowhere, for having Shamrock Shakes before the month ends without us getting the opportunity to taste them.
And I didn't have to pay $1 million for death.
and or hold the jug up that has the hole in it while it drips everywhere.
That was really convenient. Why don't I just fill it up there all the time?
Noted. All right, so we've been driving in Sequoia for about 30 minutes, and we have now hit the giant forest. And I think they call it that because it's a forest of really large trees, apparently.
Yes.
And all I can think about is getting out of the car and verifying whether or not it smells like the ET ride.
Yes.
I don't think it does.
It looks like the ET ride.
It looks like the ET ride.
I don't even remember the ET ride.
Stay tuned. Okay. First thing to confirm, it smells like ET.
Yes.
And after being in the desert for months, it is glorious.
Glorious.
It smells like forest.
This is unreal. I mean, look at this. Like nothing prepared me. Nothing prepared me to, like, I mean, just this is.
It's a bit tall.
I mean, that's madness. I mean, that is absolute madness.
This here is taller than. This is insane.
There is nothing. There is no amount of pictures. There's no amount of videos. There's no amount of reading that you can do to prepare you for how massive these trees are.
I said I was gonna haven't hugged a tree yet.
Go hug the tree. What are you waiting for?
I'm vibrating. First of all, I can't reach it.
Yeah.
Do one. Oh, it's like soft. Oh, I'm thinking.
You're almost around the whole thing.
Oh, I'm so close. You're very close. Wait, lead. Yeah, I'll take it. It smells good on your hands. That's okay. It smells like.
My gosh. My gosh. All right. I'm going to turn the camera off and enjoy this for a little bit.
Well, a lot of stuff is closed here in Sequoia for weather. So instead of a long hike, we're going to take our own long hike up the road that we would otherwise be driving. So typically you would drive up Crescent Meadows to Tunnel Log and Morrow Rock and the actual meadows, but instead we're gonna walk up there. Not sure if we're gonna hit Morrow Rock. Apparently it is icy today and it's about 400 steps that they don't recommend doing if it's got snow or ice. So probably gonna skip that, but see what we can check out. I'm a little disappointed because I gotta be honest, Sequoia National Park has now ruined me for every Christmas in the future. I'll never smell that candle again and think it smells like Christmas. How are we going to celebrate Christmas? Sorry, you guys behind us singing opera music. Anyway, every Christmas, I'm just going to think about Sequoia instead of Christmas trees.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, you can see the like chart and stuff.
On the bright side, I bet you miss a lot of this
Yeah.
in the car.
Listen to the echo.
Whoa.
I almost got there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You happy?
This is crazy. Oh, the smell.
Is this like a coronavirus testing center? Like,
My God.
if you can't smell pine, you have a problem?
Yeah, I even got a stuffy nose right now from because as soon as like it was happening in Big Bear too. As soon as like it's cold, my nose is like running. It's crazy.
Wild looking at the bark off of one of these fell trees. Like you're used to a piece of bark like
Yeah, a little
this, and
tiny
it's like,
stuff.
you know, like a thick piece of paper. This stuff is like
That's like a
huge.
3-inch thick piece of bark. It's
Yeah,
like,
look how
you know,
thick this guy is.
that's out of control. That's gotta be like 6 inches thick right there.
That's crazy.
It's nuts,
And
man.
you look up at these trees.
Yeah, some of those up there that have been hurt by the fire, they have no bark on them. It is really sad. It's crazy to see. We were talking about it just now on the trail. How many of these trees have been burned, but they're still going. They're still fine. But then you have ones like this that are just done.
But this is a cool spot because you see, like, it's sad to see all the fire damage and destruction, but then you see all these brand new trees that could
Yeah,
never existed.
all these saplings that are sprouting up, take its place one day. Yeah, you can tell this must have been just the fire must have just come right up the hill and just kind of zapped this whole place. Everything in this little pocket is dead. I say that though, but it's still green at the top. It's kind of wild. You can kind of see how high the fire went.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah, it's like rain. Watch right there.
Yeah.
That's gonna tip over.
Yeah, I can't believe that tree's still standing. That's wild,
The
man.
blue paint must be for ones that
Yeah.
are burning down before they open this road back up.
Yeah, it must be. That'd be dangerous. That thing's like probably 200 feet tall.
That's 200 feet.
Easy. So I was reading a little bit about sequoias earlier, and there's in this park alone, I think, what was it, 5 of the top 10 tallest trees in the world. I think it had like the number 1, the number 3, 4, 8, and 10, I think, tallest in the world. And I guess they had the number 2 tallest in the world, but it got burned in the early 2000s. That's just crazy, man. They're not kidding when they say the giant forest. Well, good morning from the Let's Head Wherever RV home base. You may wonder what the hell is going on right now. It's Colby's just trying to remove a nail polish from Leah's butt, and this has been going on now for approximately 4 minutes. And I was like, wait, why am I not recording this?
Do you think that we could make like a Color Street commercial?
Color Street commercial.
You have like
Color-
a whole thing on your butt.
Color Street nails. Don't sit on them.
They stick really well. Stuck. They stick really well.
Do they stick this well to your actual fingers?
No.
Colby says no.
Sure do. Same.
Yeah, look at them. All right. So what flavor, what color do we have currently
We
on
have
Mom's
black.
butt? Black, just true
Excuse
black.
you, it is midnight in Manhattan.
Midnight in Manhattan stuck to Mommy's butt. As you can tell, it accentuates the gray blue. What color pants are? I'm slightly colorblind. These grayish blue.
Yeah, just
Gray.
gray.
Yeah, you know. So it just highlights. It highlights the thread in the pants.
I don't think so. I think this is stretch.
Yeah.
It's stuck.
Kobe's giving up. You got a nail in your butt now forever.
Well,
Right, well.
you have like an entire nail.
Oh my god, I feel it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's like a legit nail.
Like, look how much I got off too, and some already fell on the ground. But that's irrelevant.
You might need to heat that beast up. I don't even know how it works.
I can't.
Right here.
I
What if
can't
you-
see it either.
What if,
I can feel it.
You want me to take a picture for you?
well, I got
Yes,
a
your phone. I need to see a picture of my butt.
I have a bagel that just came up, so I'm gonna get to that. You ladies enjoy your color street removal.
In case you want to know what real love is, this man finished folding the laundry before he sat here with ice and a butter knife trying to remove the nail polish from the butt of my pants.
Oh, I'm not trying.
You're succeeding?
Yeah.
Best husband ever.
This is going on the resume.
Best husband ever. Just waiting to go into Sequoia. Traffic held up a little bit by this turkey right here. You could also note the dog in front of us with the goggles and the jacket, also known as the coolest dog I've ever seen. Casually observing the turkey.
So we're back in Sequoia National Forest, and we had a little bit of a surprise today. We wanted to come up to Sherman's Tree. We came up the other day, but it was pretty busy in the afternoon, so we got here a lot earlier. But getting here a lot earlier meant that we get to see some beautiful, fresh snow out here. Here comes Mom slipping and sliding. She's hooking and jabbing. She's wild. Do your best penguin. Please don't fall.
I'm not gonna fall. I didn't fall in before. 3,000 plus years.
Hang on. So now we're walking around the actual General Sherman tree. I mean, this thing, that's a tree. Biggest tree in the world by volume. Base diameter 36 feet. 36 and a half feet.
That's even bigger than the one at Animal Kingdom. The biggest.
I believe that
probably
might.
not. The biggest branch is taller than you.
Yeah, it's out of control.
Also not an actual tree.
The biggest branch's diameter is like, what they say, 6.5 feet or something like that.
I don't know.
That's out of control.
This isn't even the biggest diameter tree. There's sequoias with a bigger diameter in Kings Canyon.
That's wild. This is just overall giantness. That's just crazy, man.
And they said it's 1,000 years younger than some of the older trees here. It just
So-
happens to be in an absolutely perfect location for growth.
So I guess in 1,000 years, this is going to be one massive tree.
I think it's already. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you were saying the top is dead. It's just going to grow width.
What was the other one?
Oh, the other one's dead at the top.
Yeah.
You want me to climb up there and inspect the top?
I think you should skip that.
Oh.
I feel you should.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
Oh yeah.
terrifying, I think.
You're wondering the perfect soundtrack for looking at giant trees.
Yeah.
It is reggae. We learned that a lot of the trees are named after buffalo soldiers. And so I have not stopped singing Bob Marley for several days. Oh, that's where Elliot was walking a couple days ago.
Yeah. Oh, you used to be able to drive on that auto log. That's what it was.
Ah.
I was wondering why they called it the auto log.
Did you guys know that?
That auto log, you used to be able to drive on it, not under it or through it or whatever. You used to be able to drive on it until 2002.
You're gonna have to like sit on the top. I just like you get like fall over because like I don't even know how this is.
No, this isn't where you're supposed to sit right there. That's where you're supposed to sit. This is
It's
a
a
little
little
slippery.
It's like backwards.
How high is this?
This high.
How are we?
I mean, just like take this in for a moment as my voice cracks. I mean, just like
For a moment.
hear the trickle of the melt water here. You can hear the little kid yelling. It's just so tranquil.
That part's not.
You know?
It was tranquil.
So nice.
Smelling part so far. Ready?
Just
I'll
yeah.
just stand right here.
Oh, sniff.
You guys go on ahead.
You got anytime we see these little patches of wet
Oh,
pine needles, it's time. It's sniffing time. It's time for sniffing.
It's like the Mary Poppins song.
What?
Sniffing time.
That's a whole different. No, that's not it. No, that was no. I gotta tell you, man, I enjoyed walking around on Wednesday when we were in here, but just this little bit of snow. I know I said it like 3 or 4 times already. Just good grief, man.